Welcome back, folks, from very large aggregation of elephants to an aggregation of a different kind. For those of you who are a little bit queasy about spiders, you might want to look away for this, but here we have a community nest spider, and this is something quite unique for me. Now, the big ball on the right is the actual nest, but what we have just on the left of the screen, if you just move a little bit left there we have it, folks. That is, I don't know how many, but it's definitely more than 10 small spiders that have caught some fly-like creature. I didn't go too close to investigate because I didn't want to scare them away. This for me is the first that I've seen. I know the story behind these spiders. I know that there we go, you can see some more coming in from the side. This is incredible stuff. I have never actually witnessed this before. I've heard tale of how these creatures work, but if you have a bit of a fear of spiders, you might not want to pay attention. But they have a kill, folks, a kill of the small kind. What we are witnessing is community web spiders that basically, as the name implies, they build a nest together, that first ball that we looked at, and they accumulate their web to enable them to do so. And then, because they are quite small, the amount of web they produce, they're able to catch critters and insects that are far bigger than they would be able to catch on their own. And what they are all doing at the moment is sucking the life force out of that fly-like creature that I didn't get a very good look at, but they are quite immobile right now, with, as you saw, a few more joining from the side. There we go, look at them. So the web would have caught the insect, and then I'm not sure too much about the venom of these spiders. It's something I'm going to have to look up. But with a number of them there, they just overpower the insect and then just suck the juices from it. Most insects, as we know, are full of juice inside, full of hemolymph, and all the spiders do is just insert their fangs and just drink it up like you would a milkshake. Might not taste as good as a milkshake. On that note, my mouth got a little bit interested in tasting a chocolate milkshake right now, but that's another matter. There we go, very nice visual of an individual community web spider. Is he going out to maybe repair some of the web that was damaged? I'm unsure, but he definitely has a little toe line. If you can see just on the bottom of his bum there's a little bit of web attached to him. It's possible that he's doing some repairs while the others are eating. Maybe he's had his fill. A big insect landing in a web like this often damages the web, and obviously if you want your nets, as a good fisherman knows, you want to catch fish, you have to repair the holes. So they would work in groups to repair that, but this is the first I've ever seen them out of the web. I've always heard the story that if you take a tuning fork, people use it for all sorts of musical instruments, and you gong it just next to the web, they will all come out in mass. I've always wanted to buy one. I always keep forgetting when I'm at the music store. But today we have a very special sighting. Nice little aggregation of these community webs. It's been very quiet this morning. Haven't been many questions. I wonder where everybody is. Anybody interested in spiders out there? Because these are one of those very understudied critters. I know in South Africa we don't have too much information on spiders. The books are still in the infancy. So even with the spider ID book I have, there's no mention of these in there. They might show you the web, but I've never physically seen an individual, and I probably wouldn't have guessed. I thought he was smaller than that. They're probably about a centimeter or so. Very, very cool, Debbie. I agree. This is a first for me. I don't know. I've been in the bush a long time. I've seen many of the webs, many of the nests, but I've never ever seen this before. And what that spider's doing, the web is made up of protein. All web in spiders is protein, and a lot of spiders are able to actually ingest that protein again in order to just recycle it and use it again through their spinnerets. Most spiders have got more than one spinneret, and they can use it for different types of silk, for web building, for the A-frame structures, for the anchoring points, for the delicate sticky bit that catches, or even the ones that use it for the subduing of the prey, the ones that wrap it around the prey. Different types of silk, just like different types of rope for the climbing industry. This is awesome. Very, very cool. You can pan out just a bit there, Sens. You can give a scale of how small that really is. Very small web. Debbie, the question you're asking is how big are the spiders? And I mean, just from what I saw there, they're no more than about a half a centimeter to a centimeter in size, which is quite small, but hence the reason why they accumulate in quite large numbers. I mean, I didn't want to get too close to chasing them away to ruin the visual for you, but there's a handful of them there that's probably about the size of a marble, maybe just bigger than a marble. And if that is the accumulation of insects that are about half a centimeter, there is a whole bundle of them there, which is quite epic to see. Needless to say, that insect inside is completely covered. You cannot see it anymore, but you can now see them moving. There we go. Something has happened. Just see a little bit of it there. It was a bit of an orange-bodied fly with black wings, but I wasn't able to clearly identify, completely eaten, and the lines move off before you are able to identify what is underneath the marauding mass of carnivores. There's some more coming out of the web now, folks. This is an onslaught of spiders. I'm not sure what the collective name for spiders is, but I think in this case an onslaught is quite relevant. They just go about their business. The temperature has definitely dropped a few degrees. It is really nice and cool out here. And the bush that it is hanging on is a whiteberry bush. I was eating some of them yesterday or the day before, and James had some himself. So the bush is not seeing any negative effects of the spiders being there. We call that commensalism, whereby the tree is basically just going about its business and the spiders are using it for a home. There's no negative effect imparted on the tree itself. And if anything, the spiders probably keep away parasites and pests. But while we stay here with this carnivore, if we could call spiders carnivores, I think we can, very small carnivores. Tristan's got another carnivore for you there. I'm not sure if he's managed to get up and do much, but back to Mvula. Let's see what he's doing.